So that was lunch, so I have until 6 p.m. to do stuff. Let's look at our observations. Why do I have the wolf? That's new. While I was following some wolf tracks, I heard an explosion, and the next thing I knew, I was totally buried in an avalanche. The next thing I knew, the white wolf was digging me out. I have no idea why, but it saved my life. Which means, in addition to everything else, I have got to find out what its deal is. Clues. There's a piece of black material sticking out of that needle thing that Trepidant built. Like there's a door hidden in it somewhere and someone wearing black snagged his or her clothes on it while going through it. So if I run into someone wearing something black that has a hole in it, I'll be asking a lot of questions. So I need to find a way into their closets then in their bedrooms. Whoever created the explosion and triggered the avalanche also created a small crater. There were a couple of rocks inside it, one even had a fossil in it, and there were ski tracks nearby, probably Yanni's. But I didn't find anything that would help me figure out who was responsible for the Big Bang. When I called the sheriff, he said someone deliberately blew up the bunkhouse using a plastic explosive called C4. So I need to be on the lookout for anyone around here who has knowledge of or access to explosives. Well, isn't that our handyman? Ollie's little Freddy has built a snow fort in the driveway and won't let me pass unless I have a snowball fight with her. She must be very lonely. And she must have the hide of a polar bear. How else could she possibly stay outside for so long in this freezing cold weather? Or maybe she has something for that. Billcaster says he came here for the ice fishing, but he sure doesn't look that outdoorsy to me. Oh no, already read that. He works in construction, so he knows about explosives. He's definitely a suspect. Alright. Guadalupe Camellia just doesn't seem like a bird watcher to me. But if she's not watching birds through those binoculars, what is she doing here? She told me that the clock in her room is missing. If that's the clock I found, and if it was used as the timer on the bomb that blew up the bunkhouse, either someone stole it from her room to make her look like the bomber, or she is the bomber and told me about the clock in order to divert suspicion from herself. Could be, but if you really did that, then wouldn't you just keep quiet about it? Really cold. Employee instructions, call Ned. To talk to as many of former guest accident victims as I can. Their phone numbers are probably in the computer. Avalanche, yeah, I need to call them. Avalanche Patrol. Alright, so I need to find their phone number. Which is over here somewhere, is it not? Nope. Avalanche. So I need to write it down. So it's 403 555 2006. Avalanche. Let's call them. Why it's not on here? Isn't that an important number as well? 555 2006. I was caught in it, so.
Avalanche Patrol, what's your location?
I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge, but I wanted to report an avalanche at Chicken Ridge.
Anyone injured or trapped?
Not anymore.
We'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, wait a minute. You know Ollie Randall?
The handyman here at the lodge?
He's also on the patrol. Do me a favor and tell him that the explosives training in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Explosives training?
Interesting.
Sometimes the patrol has to use explosives to bring down unstable snow. Yearly training sessions are mandatory. Ollie'll know what I'm talking about.
I'll tell him.
Appreciate it.
One more thing. Have any of you guys been setting off explosives anywhere near the Icicle Creek Lodge recently?
Nope, sure haven't.
Well, thanks. Bye.
So that is interesting. So both Ollie and Bill Kessler know about explosives. Let me try if I can call someone else, because I also need to talk to Elsa. 555. I haven't spoken to her yet, but she keeps giving busy signal. See, still does. Have I spoken to the hospital? I don't know.
You have reached Pinevale Hospital. All our doctors and nurses are busy right now. Please try again later.
The soothing voice. Alright. Then I think I contacted most of them. So she says I don't need a checklist. But I don't really know what I can do. I can still go out. But do I need to? So this is Guadalupe's room. And she says she has no alarm clock. She does not. She does have a flyer on him, so maybe she's just in love with him or something. Or she's with that union to find out if this is a suitable place for the next championship. Could be. Because they don't all have to be guilty, right? So why don't we go to the basement and see if we can talk to the two guys that are here.
Nancy, I am glad to see you.
You seem upset.
Are you all right? You seem upset.
You must listen. I was outside skiing very fast, as usual, and suddenly,
Usual.
boom! Snow, dirt, rocks, everything went flying into the air right in front of me. There is a mad bomber on the loose.
Did you see anyone?
Did you see anyone?
I saw no one, not before, not after. My competitors bombed the bunkhouse thinking I would be so frightened that I would abandon my training and leave. Only I wasn't frightened. So now they are trying to bomb me.
Because everything is about you. We're in the middle of nowhere. Just where do you think these people hang out? That's not gonna help me.
Do you think they're responsible for all the accidents that have been happening around here as well?
My competitors and the governments behind them, they are as desperate as they are ruthless. They are capable of anything. They can operate anywhere in the world, under all conditions. It would not surprise me if someone right here in the lodge is right now under their employ. But to them, I say, "Pa!" They do not scare me. I am the best cross-country skier in the world. I will neutralize their petty threats with my excellent strength, skill, and speed. I am sorry. Enough about my problems. Did you want something?
Oh, so you do take an interest in me a little bit.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Come back anytime.
He's kind of nice to me, although he is a bit arrogant. I want to talk to
Before I
you.
forget, Chantal called. Told me I can answer any
that's
questions
right.
you might have about those accidents after all. Guess she changed her mind.
Yeah, or maybe you just are a bit suspicious and don't want to tell me. How do you explain what happened to Carl Jenkins, the former guest who slipped on the stairs?
How do you explain what happened to Carl Jenkins, the former guest who slipped on the stairs and broke his leg?
Can't explain it. One minute those stairs were clear and dry, next minute they're slick with ice and he's lying at the bottom of them.
A broken pipe? No, someone is sabotaging it.
You're positive they were clear and dry?
Yep, chipped every bit of frozen snow off of them myself. You ask me, somebody iced those stairs down on purpose. 'Cause it wasn't nothing I did, no sir. No sir.
I agree with you. Although I don't know if you didn't do it, but I agree someone did that.
Have you ever seen Trapper Dan's needle?
Course.
To get into it. Do I want to tell him that? Yeah, I don't think he's guilty.
Do you know if there's a way to get into it?
Don't know, don't really care. Maybe something
thanks.
in that display up in the lobby will tell you what you want to know.
Oh, he does give me hints then. Or at least this. Oh yeah, I
The
have to do
Avalanche
that.
Patrol asked me to tell you that the explosives training session in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Well, hallelujah. I didn't really want to go anywhere until I finished off that wolf. Now I won't have to.
I feel kind of bad for the wolf though. Not being normal. Why would you say that? He helped you. He dug you out. Is that not normal wolf behavior? I don't know.
So, you're on the Avalanche Patrol, huh?
Yep, dang. I just remembered. Patrol wants me to keep an eye on Skookum Ridge for the next couple of weeks. Here, there's the key to the snowmobile. Take it
Cool.
out to Skookum Ridge and see if there's been an avalanche.
You want me to check it out?
Seat-seated so you don't have to worry about the cold. Make sure you call the patrol and give them a report when you're done. You can handle that, can't you?
You bet.
You bet.
Good.
That is cool. I would want to do that in real life
Two more
too.
things. That Bill Kessler guy's getting bored being the only one around here doing any ice fishing. He wants competition. So if he says anything to you, just remember that Chantal wants you to keep the guests we got happy. Other thing is, a cold snap's on its way. You think it's cold now? Just wait. Gotta be real careful anytime you're outside. So, we done here?
What about your girl who's outside 24/7? Don't you care about her?
I'd better get back upstairs.
Keep me posted.
So it's gonna become more difficult to go outside. Is that what they are saying? And why is there no music in this game? That's so weird. It's kind of ominous. All right. Again, I don't know what to do. Sound of snoring. Who's snoring? Over here?
Nancy, hey, got a proposition for you. Ever been ice fishing?
I just did.
As a matter of fact, I have.
Excellent. Here's the deal. I need some competition, so I want you to go out there and try to catch a bigger fish than I caught yesterday, which means you gotta catch a 2-foot northern pike. Now, it's a bit of a hike out to the lake, but the shack is solar heated, so it's nice and warm inside. So what do you say, kiddo? You game?
Anything to make you guests happy.
Atta girl.
Wait, catch a 2-foot northern pike. Alright. Do I want to play that game? Maybe I'll get something.
Since Mr. Talbot isn't here, could I play a game of fox and geese with you?
You bet. Have a seat. Here are the rules. The white pieces are the geese. The black piece is the fox. The goal of the geese is to corner the fox so he can't move, while the goal of the fox is to gobble up geese so that they can't corner him. The geese can only move forward along a line to the next point, either directly forwards, diagonally, or sideways. Same thing for the fox, except when he's next to a goose that has an empty spot directly behind it. He can jump over it.
Gobble it up.
Right. Gobble it up and remove it from the board. You just take turns and play until somebody wins and somebody loses. I'll be the fox. Ready?
You bet.
You bet.
So I am the geese, and I have to corner it, but I don't want to leave a spot behind me because then it can gobble me up, which I do not want. I'm almost there.
You win.
Yes. Alright, so I know how this works. But I'm not getting anything for it, except that I saw those symbols that are on here as well. So does it need to look like that board game maybe? I did not do this the way I was supposed to. But because I am impatient and curious, I started messing around with this thing until something happened. Also, what I'm talking about is the animals that are on the board game, which I just played with Bill, are also on this pyramid. What you're supposed to do is play the game as intended, and Bill will eventually tell you to open this pyramid by making all the symbols a piggy. I, however, opened it before he told me how to. I did it!
Strange, it's empty.
Someone's been here before. So it needs to be all piggies. It's empty. So I was thinking, I've read online that there's a way to get an Easter egg, but I don't know if I have to unlock that. But how you could do it was go to the restroom a bunch of times. So I'm gonna try that until you hear something, a phrase. But I don't know if you need to do something else before you can do this, or you can do this anytime you want to. You might not. How this works, like I say, enter the bathroom a bunch of times until Nancy says, call 1555 Mystico and prepare to be amazed. Unfortunately, as you'll see later, this did not work for me. I don't know exactly what I did wrong. I called Mystico, but maybe I chose the wrong answer and for that reason could not get an Easter egg. You should say something like to the icy beyond, and then you would be able to go to the fishing shack and fish for an Easter egg. Also, Nancy is supposedly having a weird dream after that, and you're able to enter the Schnock room, which is an Easter egg room. It's filled with chickens or something, I believe. Could be that I did it too early on in the game. Anyhow, I did not get it to work, unfortunately. No, so I'll go. I need to catch a fish. That's what I need to do for. What's his name? I want to say Russell, but it's not Bill or something. Can I go outside? It is danger. Will Nancy do that then? She will. Alright, that's interesting. And I can also go on the jet ski. This one. So what to do? Maybe not smart to do the jet ski thing when it's dangerous? But where is the ice fishing pond? This is where the
I
snowball
better
fight
not follow
is.
this trail until I know for sure where it goes.
That's not what I meant, Nancy. This is a snowball fight. This is the skating pond. How did I get to that ice fishing shack?
The Snow Princess surrenders. For now.
For now. So Icicle Lake. This is just this. What is Icicle Lake? Is that where the fishing shack is?
If I don't get warm soon, I may not make it.
No need to be dramatic, we're almost there.
Oh my gosh. It looks like someone came in here and just wrecked everything, including the fishing gear. So much for catching a 2-foot northern pike.
That's not nice. What can I take?
Left behind by whoever trashed this place, maybe? 202-555-7237. That's a U.S. phone number.
Right, we're in Canada. 202-555-7237. Bird number. I don't know how to call it. I hope a bird won't answer, but you never know. So it's completely trashed?
I can't fish. The tackle's ruined.
Well, isn't it convenient that Bill told us to catch a fish and now this entire shack is ruined? So, do I need to call that bird number? That's weird. Maybe it's the club or something, or maybe they know one of the guests.
I'm starting to get really cold.
I know. Oops. Other way.
Ah, warm again.
Let's call the
Somebody
birdies.
left me a note.
Oh! What's this? Nancy Drew, that's me. Nancy, I really like playing snowball fights with you, but I'm afraid you won't want to play with me anymore. Well, you got that right. If you play with me and win, I'll give you my top secret way I can stay out in the cold for so long. Freddy. Oh, cool. I want that. So I beat her at that game 100 times and she's just now realizing, maybe she doesn't like it as much as I do. Is that the way a child's brain works? 7237.
You have reached Run and Grow Free, a non-profit organization dedicated to making sure that the wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness areas in order to protect their cougar, bear, and condor populations. But if you leave your name and number after the beep, someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
Alright, that was useful. Not really. Wait, so wasn't there a bird on there? Do I need to look that bird up? No, just have the number. So what I can do is do a snowball fight with Freddy and get her a secret thing to keep warm, and maybe I will need that to use the jet ski. That sounds logical to me. Should I try Elsa again? I don't know. She doesn't seem to want to answer my phone calls. What's the number? One more time. Nope. I don't know what she's doing, but she's too busy to pick up her phone. So let's go to Freddy. Oh, we can't.
If I go outside now, I'll freeze.
That's annoying. But do I need to make dinner, right? Very quickly, I think. Isn't it 6 p.m. or something? Cooking. 6 p.m. Yes. So doesn't matter. Should I tell Bill that his fishing shack is ruined? Or would he maybe already know about that?
Yes?
Oh, I can ask her. Do you own a book about birds of the Southwest? She probably does.
Do you own a book about birds of the Southwest?
I might. Why do you ask?
So yes, you do. Because I found a piece of a book cover in the fishing shack and since it was about birds, I wondered if it was yours. Hoping I could borrow it. I'm going to Phoenix next spring. I think this is smarter.
Because I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm going to Phoenix next spring, and I'd like to bone up on the birds I'll see down there.
I'd love to help you, but I'm afraid I left all my bird books at home. Sorry.
Sounds like a lie. I've enjoyed talking to you. Well, not really, but fine.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Toodaloo!
It's kind of sucking up if you ask me.
Is this yours?
What's this? A bullet. Really?
What, that bullet? Don't be silly. Why would I be carrying ammunition around?
Didn't she have that book in her room about the rifles? The last page? Then where did it come from? Let's just be confrontational.
It kind of looked like it dropped out of your pocket.
Well, since it was never in my pocket, that's impossible now, isn't it? It was probably lying there on the floor all along, and you just happened to kick it into view, that's all.
Yeah, right.
This did used to be a hunting lodge, dear. I wouldn't worry about it.
You used the bullet I found on the floor to alter the sights on Ollie Randall's rifle, didn't you? Yeah, that's what she did.
You used that bullet I found on the floor to alter the sights on Ollie Randall's rifle, didn't you?
What? That's so ridiculous. It's laughable.
Oh, completely true. You're a member of Run and Grow Free. You're trying to protect the wolf. That, I think, is true. That's why you have that magazine in your room, so you can figure out how to keep Ollie Randall from shooting the wolf. This is true.
You did it
Just
because
admit
you're a
it.
member of Run and Grow Free, and you're trying to protect the wolf at any cost, aren't you?
Look at me. Do I really look like some kind of wildlife fanatic?
You do.
I never judge books by their covers, Miss Camillo. Look, I don't want to see anything happen to that wolf either. If you belong to Run and Grow Free, just tell me. I'm good at keeping secrets, believe me.
You're right. I am a member of Run and Grow Free. I did make sure that brute would miss if he took a shot at the wolf, and I will do whatever it takes to protect that beautiful creature.
So you're here undercover? Include shutting down Icicle Creek Lodge. I want to ask both.
Does doing whatever it takes include shutting down Icicle Creek Lodge?
No.
What are you gonna do next? What else have you done? Tell me.
What else have you done to protect the wolf?
That's all I'm going to tell you, Nancy. And if you really are concerned about the wolf's welfare, you won't repeat any of this to anyone.
See? So bird watching, that was a lie. Or maybe she is watching birds, but not just that. Should I tell him that his shack is ruined?
Hey, little Miss Fisherman. What can I do for you?
Yep. Wrecked all the gear.
I hate to tell you this, but someone wrecked all the fishing gear that was in the fishing shack.
What? You're kidding. So my gear's ruined?
Yeah, was that your only equipment?
Yes, was that your only equipment?
Wait a minute. Ollie ice fishes. Go ask him for a hook and line, and don't take no for an answer.
Alright.
I better get going.
Glad you dropped by.
I think I can speak to Ollie before I have to make dinner. Oh, that won't take me 40 minutes, will it? Don't know how fast time works in these games. Wait. Which way is he? Here.
You check out Skookum Ridge?
Oh! No, not yet.
Not yet.
What else do you want?
Very nicely asked. I can't think of any reason why somebody would be carrying around a bullet. No, I'm not gonna tip him off. Because she's trying to sabotage him to catch the wolf. Someone went into the fishing shack and ruined all the equipment.
Someone went into the ice fishing shack and ruined all of Bill Kessler's equipment.
Probably some animal-loving eco-fanatic who figured it was time to save the fish.
Does it really matter what I say?
You don't by any chance have a hook and line I could borrow, do you?
Say no more. There's my
so
tackle
much.
box. It's all yours. Kessler tried to rope me into competing with him, but I can't very well do that when you've got my hook and line now, can I?
No, I don't suppose you can.
What else do you want?
I'm not gonna say this because I already know that why she's doing that.
I'd better get back upstairs.
If you need anything, just holler.
Or would he maybe then admit to me that he lost a bullet somewhere and it would give me a hint? I don't know. Is Yanni still here?
I'm glad for the chance to talk once again. There is something I must explain.
By all means, explain away.
By all means, explain away.
What I said before about wolves. It is because my grandmother was killed by wolves. Killed and devoured.
I don't believe that. Come on.
Are you serious?
Years ago, when my mother was a little girl, her mother, my grandmother, was on her way back from the village on her motor scooter, which was and still is the only means of transportation most Fredonians can afford. It was January, and the sun had just set, and it was dark, very cold. There were thousands of wolves in the countryside that winter. At night they would roam in huge, hungry packs. My grandmother was halfway home when she came upon a young man waving from the side of the road for her to stop. He too had been on a scooter, but his had broken down, and wolves were gathering all around him, preparing to attack. My grandmother, of course, stopped, and he leapt on behind her, and they took off down the road with the wolves, dozens of them, chasing after them. But with 2 people riding it, her scooter was slow, much too slow, and the wolves soon caught up with them. And when one of the wolves seized my grandmother's boot in its teeth and started to pull, instead of helping her, the man pushed her off the bike. It instantly gained speed and he got away. My grandmother, set upon by the wolves, did not.
If she died, how do you know that's what happened? That's so true because is that guy gonna tell everybody, oh yeah, I just kicked the grandmother to the curb and let her become wolf meat? I
If
don't
she
think so.
died, how do you know that's what happened?
Tormented by guilt, the young man eventually confessed. He went to prison for several years, and the wolves were hunted year-round until the countryside was rid of them. But the damage was done. And so, I'm happy to talk to you about any subject except wolves. About them, I have nothing to say.
Isn't it quite drastical to kill off all the wolves? I mean, a lot of them are innocent, right?
I've disturbed you long enough.
Come back any time.
And also, I don't know that much about wolves, but I do know that they tend to eat animals that are smaller than them. Okay,
I can't go outside, not without a coat. It's too cold.
So they...
If I go outside without a coat, I'll freeze.
Yeah. So they usually hunt rabbits and stuff, or, small critters. So when they start to hunt humans, that means that there's nothing else to eat for them. And they're very, very hungry. Well, why am I even going here? I don't know. I need to make dinner in 15 minutes. I have the fishing gear, but I can't go outside right now. I need to go to Freddy to win whatever she has. Maybe I can do that in 15. Oh no, that's right. It was dangerous, so I can't go outside. So do I have to wait around for dinner to start? That's boring. Right, I don't have this. Something changed here. I called the phone number I found at the fishing shack and reached Run and Grow Free, a group that's dedicated to the protection of wild animals. Unfortunately, all I got was a recording. I would like to have asked whether anyone here is a member. If so, the plot would have thickened big time, but I do know that that's quite a loop. Freddy left me a note saying that if I engage her in another simple fight, she'll tell me her secret for staying warm. Sounds like a deal to me. Maybe I could take a look at that display. Because didn't Ollie or someone say that opening up that needle, that the hints would be in the display? But yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Did this update? Breaking news! Guadalupe Camillo admitted that the real reason she came to Icicle Creek Lodge was to protect the white wolf. But when it comes to the bunkhouse blowing up and to all the other bad stuff that's been happening around here, does that make her less of a suspect or more? Why would you write it down like this? Yanni said that someone threw a bomb at him while he was out training. Yanni could be lying, but why? Yeah, but I think I already read that, didn't I? I don't know. this maybe not. When I called the avalanche patrol to report the avalanche at Chicken Ridge, I found out that Ollie is on the patrol and that the patrol routinely uses explosives to reduce the risk of avalanches. Which means Ollie knows a thing or two about explosives. And if the bomb that blew up the bunkhouse was on a timer like I think it was, Ollie could have planned it earlier and rigged it to go off just as he and I were driving up to the lodge. Yeah, but to be fair, anyone could have done that then. But her clock is gone, but I really don't think she did set off the explosive. Someone else did. This is all, I already read this. Clues. This, I think. Bigger fish than he, but when I went out to the fishing shack, I discovered that someone had torn the place apart. Maybe the clue I found, a phone number written on a piece of the cover of a bird book, will help me figure out who did it. Bird book? That's so funny. Alright, phone numbers. I could call them again, but I kind of know already that she's a member. And I think, let me see. I can call that. Oh, I can make dinner. I spoke to Cole Jenkins. I spoke to the Farringdales. To Derek. Those are the honeymooners, right? I don't know. And those are the old guests, so I spoke to all of them. I'm gonna make dinner, just so that it's done. I've already explained how to make dinner in a previous part. I'll put a link to that video in the description in case you want to watch that. For now, I'll leave the making of dinner in the video in case you find it relaxing to watch. But feel free to skip ahead if you want to. Is that maybe why the game won't let you go outside? Because it's time for dinner and then you will miss it? Could be. To salmon salad. 1, 2. 2 egg. 1 yellow pepper. 1 tomato. 1 spinach. 1 anchovy. 1 carrot. 2 cucumber. 1, 2. 3 croutons. 1, 2, 3.
Order up.
2 salmon. 1, 2. 1 salad. 3 egg. 1, 2, 3. 1 yellow pepper. 1 tomato, 2 spinach. 1 tomato. 1, 2. 1 carrot. 1, 2.
Order up.
1 salad. 1 egg. 1, 2. 1 tomato, 2 spinach. 1, 2.
Order up.
Salmon salad. lot of croutons. Here you go.
Order up.
What do you want? 1 egg, 3 yellow pepper. Almost done, luckily. 3. Two, 3. 1, 2. Phew, that's done. And I did it fast, 20 minutes. It felt like a lot longer. So we can go outside in the evening. I don't think we can. So what I can do is fast forward the time or try the bathroom thing again. Why not? No, it doesn't happen. Maybe I need to do something else. I always walk past my own room. It's this one. So what do I want to do? I don't want to do chores, but I kind of have to probably. Wait, where are my times? Breakfast from 7 to 8. I kind of have to do that because I don't think I can go outside during the evening, and I have to get Freddy's heat secret. I have to ride the jet ski. I have to do the fishing thing. It's all outside. So let's just set it at 7 and make breakfast. PM, no. AM. What an annoying noise. Again. So I guess I just slept 12 hours or something. Way too long. Whoops.
What do you want?
You messed with my rifle, didn't you?
This I gotta hear.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
This fax just came for you. It's from the wacko left-wing wildlife gang that paid you to screw up my rifle so I'd miss that wolf.
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm leaving this place right now.
Good. You just got yourself an escort off the premises.
Is she really leaving? Interesting. What was her room? I want to check out the room. Guadalupe. Oh, Lali. What a weird word. What is it? This one. Did you leave something behind, maybe? Can't open the closet still. Well, the magazine is gone, which was here about the rifles and Johnny. The jet ski key? No. No, maybe she is downstairs waiting for me. I'll make the bed here while I'm here. Wait, what's this? It's all totally unfair, and I'm sick of putting up with things that aren't fair. It's his fault, her fault, their fault that I don't have what's rightfully mine. They are thieves, and it's an insult to have what they stole from us waved around in my face. I could throttle him, both of them, for what they did. Justice shall be served one day. One day I will have justice. What is this about? Whose room am I in? Wait. Bish Bish. Who's there? Bill Kessler. See, I told you. He's very shady. Something's going on with him. And he knows about explosives and stuff. I think he's the bad guy. Alright, well I have to get the laundry bag. Before I can do anything else. And I have to make breakfast. Let's make breakfast first. Because don't I have until noon to do the beds? Same as with dinner. I've already explained this one, but I'll leave it in case you wanna watch it. Breakfast is only 1 hour, I think. Which is kind of boring, but anyway. At least if Guadalupe is gone, I have one less person to serve. That's a positive thing. 2 Canadian bacon.
Order up.
You want 2 French toast, 3 Canadian bacon that are here, and you want an omelet with bacon, 2 spinach, 1, 2, and 1 green pepper. 1, 2, 3. You want a lot. Who are you? Lou. Who's that? Lou? Dina? Dina? I don't know who that is. Freddy.
Order up.
Freddy wants a French toast, 3 Canadian bacon, and 1 omelet. 1, 2, 3. Omelet. Spinach, 3 cheese, 1, 2, 3. 3 green, 1, 2, 3. 1 olive.
Order up.
Does anybody enjoy doing this? Because I don't. Wait, who had that? Oh, you did. 1, 2. Oh, I've got your bacon. Oops. You have 2 French toast, 2 bacon. Oh, I can take it away. Oh, that's funny. I did not know I could do that. Alright, so 3 French toast, 2 Canadian. You want an omelette with 2 bacon. 1, 2. 2 spinach. 1, 2. 1 cheese. 1 green pepper. Oh, wrong one. You need the bacon. 2 French toast, 2 bacon. Yeah?
Order up.
Almost done, luckily. Phew, that's done. So let's do the rooms as well. Oh, look at that bear. Wait, did she maybe leave something here? No, she did not. So get the laundry bag. So that is done. I hate these chores. I'm not even getting paid to do it. And she's crazy. Why would you do this willingly? I mean, having entry to the rooms, I get that's handy, but you could also just, I don't know, do something else besides clean, maybe. Oh, wanted to make the bed. So do I also maybe need to speak to Ali to see what he says about Guadalupe leaving? And also kinda, I was like, I'm not gonna tell on her, but he did find out anyway, so maybe I could have done that. It wouldn't have mattered. Whoops. The bed is already made. Towels. That the last one? Yes. Alright. In the chute. That's done.
Cake, cake, cake. Lula want cake.
That's from Curse of Black Momena, the parrot. No, nothing's happening. I want to go outside, can I? It's danger, but maybe I can, yes. So let's do the snowball fight first, because that's kind of boring, and I want it to be over with.
I better not follow this trail until I know for sure where it goes.
Yeah, I know, Nancy. I'm just seeing where I have to go.
Stop! You can't pass until you have proven yourself in battle.
Alright. No, keep standing in the same place. It's kind of like whack-a-mole, this game. Oops. What do I get?
Whenever you're really cold, just squeeze the toasty pack and you'll get a burst of heat. It only works when you're already cold, and you can only use one toasty pack at a time.
Why does she have such a weird voice? Alright, so now I have this toasty pack, and I need to play her whenever I want one. But I don't want to go this way. Kind of a problem. Do I want to go? Oh no, I have to go to the fishing shack, so it's fine. Never mind, didn't say anything.
It is really, really cold out here.
Yeah, Nancy, quit whining. We're almost
If I
there.
don't get warm soon, I may not make it.
No need to be overly dramatic. We're already here. So on a bike, I don't even know what that looks like. That's a bomb. I have.
That won't do.
Oh, alright, keep going.
There we go, a 2-foot northern pike. No more fishing for me.
Finally! So that took me like 5 or maybe 15 tries. Kind of boring. Let's go back. Oh my god! Oh, don't do this to me! Oh god! Feel my heart pounding. What happened?
Oh my gosh, whoever threw that ice ball at me must have set off an explosion that shattered the ice. And my jacket's gone. No wonder I'm so cold.
Whoops. But that was definitely a guy. Hey, thanks. You did wear my jacket. He's definitely helping me. See.
A coat. I need to make it to shore by jumping from ice floe to ice floe and put on that coat before I freeze to death.
Oh, this is me. So I need to go this way. This one took me a while to get right, cause it's kinda based on luck. You can only get the jacket when a certain ice floe shows up. So basically, you'll have to keep jumping around until it does. But after thinking a whole lot of times, I got fed up and googled it. Apparently, there is a hidden pattern. If you jump horizontally, ice will appear or disappear horizontally. Same goes for jumping vertically and diagonally. So once the right ice floe appears, be smart and jump on ice floes, which won't make that one go away, cause you need it. Oh, that's the one I need. Go, hurry, quick. Finally!
I don't know whose this is or why that wolf left it here, but at least now I won't freeze to death.
Yeah, because you already did a couple of times.
I feel warmer already. There's a note in one of the pockets.
What's this? Some kind of secret code. Have we seen that? I don't think we have. Can only go this
Since
way.
I can't go back the way I came, maybe these tracks will lead me to shelter.
Alright, let's just follow the wolf then, apparently. Avalanche Ridge. That's somewhere else, right? Because before it was Chicken Ridge.
Avalanche Ridge. Ugh, not exactly reassuring.
That it is not.
The snow's so deep, I'm sinking up to my knees.
Well, what do you
If
want to do,
I wanna
Nancy?
follow those tracks, I'm gonna need some snowshoes.
Alright, but how are we gonna
Ski
get
tracks.
back?
Probably Yanni's. I bet if I follow them, I'll wind up back at the lodge.
Alright, you want to do that then? Why don't you say that?
I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon.
Yeah, I know, Nancy, but what do you want me to do? Do you want to just stay there and die anyway, or want to keep complaining?
I feel warmer already.
There's a note here, isn't there?
That's for me.
Nancy, Because of that Neanderthal of a handyman, I have been forced to return home. Please call me. When it comes to the White Wolf, there's much for us to talk about. Lupe. Oh, yes, I do want to talk to you. So, 213555326 Well, she's innocent because she isn't here anymore, so someone else tried to kill me, basically. It's not very nice. 213555326 Gotta answer.
Hello?
Miss Camillo, hi, it's Nancy Drew from Icicle Creek Lodge.
Yes, of course. Is the wolf all right?
Well, Ollie hasn't succeeded in shooting or trapping it yet, if that's what you mean.
If only I was there to protect it. Our organization is trying desperately to arrange to have the wolf captured and transported to a sanctuary. But so far, all the ones we've contacted are full. And unless and until we find a place for it, our hands are tied. Tell me more about the contact you've had with the wolf.
Technically, I didn't tell you about that, but anyway. After I was buried by an avalanche that dug a hole in the snow, wolf kind of scares me. Well, he saved me like 2 times already.
After I was buried by an avalanche, it dug a hole in the snow so I could escape.
It may have sensed you were in trouble, or its behavior may have been totally random. But either way, the fact that the wolf didn't simply run away from you is very bad news.
For the wolf.
It is?
Wolves and humans simply do not mix. While wolves may appear to be similar to dogs, behaviors that have been bred out of dogs after thousands of years of domestication are still instinctive to wolves. Training a wolf to behave like a dog may mask those instincts, but it cannot eradicate them. For that reason, no matter how sociable the wolf may appear, instinct can at any moment rear its ugly head with devastating results for any humans involved and for the wolf. Especially for the wolf, who will have simply been doing what comes naturally.
I totally agree with this. So the fact that this wolf doesn't seem to be that afraid of people could lead people to think they don't have to be afraid of it. Yes, and effectively the wolf will pay for it eventually.
So the fact that this wolf doesn't seem to be that afraid of people could lead people to think they don't have to be afraid of it.
Precisely. It could make them forget that all wolves are, first and foremost, wild. And while we're on the subject, do not ever give in to the temptation to feed the wolf. For one thing, a wolf's jaws are twice as powerful as a German shepherd's, and should your hand happen to get in its way when it tries to feed?
I get the picture.
For another thing, making the wolf dependent upon you for food would seal its doom. It sounds strange, Nancy, but the very best thing you can do for that wolf is nothing.
Yeah, but I already knew this. And it's also like when you give a puppy food, it bites your fingers. So even normal dogs still do that. You have to learn them not to eat your hand. Well, they're not eating your hand, but you know, you get the picture. Are you the one who wrecked all the gear? Yeah, I don't think she did that.
Are you the one who wrecked all the gear that was in the fishing shack?
Yes, that was
me.
It
was.
I was afraid that Bill Kessler fellow would encounter the wolf on one of his trips out to the shack, and that it would end badly for the wolf. So I did a number on his equipment. I've done worse while working on behalf of Run and Grow Free. Believe me.
I believe you. So you're an expert on wolves? Why? Because you wrecked that shed? When you were here at the lodge, how come you had a magazine that featured Yanni? Yeah, but I think it was about the rifle.
When you were here at the lodge, how come you had a magazine that featured Yanni Volkstaya in your room?
You're very observant. I read the article thinking he might make a good spokesperson for Run and Grow Free. But then I actually talked to him.
Yep, I get
At which
you.
point I realized that not only is he a raving egomaniac,
That
but
he
he's
is.
appallingly superstitious when it comes to wolves.
Yep.
I put an abrupt end to that conversation. I was afraid he might try to tell me that wolves had eaten his grandmother or something.
You know, actually...
Kinda.
Never mind.
Never mind. Let's see. What's sanctuary? A lot of questions. Would wolf be okay? Did you hear explosions?
Did you ever hear any explosions while you were staying at Icicle Creek Lodge?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I heard several.
Do you have any idea what caused them?
My first thought was that Ollie had completely lost it and was going after the wolf with explosives. But when I realized that even he wasn't that stupid, I assumed it was someone clearing an avalanche or a downed tree or something.
I don't think so.
While we're on the subject of explosions, did anyone ever figure out what made the bunkhouse blow up like that?
The sheriff says it was plastic explosives.
Wow, that's serious. No offense, but it sounds to me like instead of hiring a new maid, the owner of the lodge should have hired herself a detective.
Yeah.
She kinda did. Why can't the group... I don't know. Is it necessary to know? I don't know about that.
Why didn't you just come out and tell the people at Icicle Creek Lodge that you were there to protect the wolf?
Because I assumed, and quite correctly as it turns out, that very few people there would be sympathetic to my cause. Had I not been undercover, they may have tried to foil my efforts. Instead, I was able to foil theirs. For a while, at least.
Yeah, now you're gone. So you're an expert.
So, are you kind of an expert on wolves?
Oh, good heavens, no. Although I probably know more about them than most people do, which unfortunately isn't saying much.
Things like what?
Well, I know that a wolf that lives by itself, like the one up there at the lodge, a lone wolf, if you will, a wolf like that is called a disperser. And I know that 95% of the wolf's natural habitat down here in the lower 48 states has disappeared. And I know some people, a lot of people, couldn't care less. But it seems to me that wolves have just as much right to go about their business in this country as we humans do. After all, they were here first.
I agree, and they're not hurting anyone, even though people are always scared of them. I don't know. All these questions seem kind of boring to me, so I'll just ask them.
It gets so cold here at night. Will the wolf be okay?
Not only are wolves built to withstand cold temperatures, but they know instinctively what to do to survive in extreme conditions. If they didn't, they would have disappeared from the earth eons ago.
That's true.
Why can't the group you belong to just capture the wolf, take it out to the middle of nowhere, and let it go?
Because unfortunately, there's really no such place as nowhere anymore. We humans are, or can be, everywhere. Plus, wolves can travel great distances. Contact with humans would be inevitable. And since this wolf has obviously lost its fear of humans, it would be an easy target for anyone prone to shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah, I agree.
No, a sanctuary is the only place where it would be truly safe.
So it's kind of in the benefit of wild animals to stay wild. In their own benefit.
What's a sanctuary?
It's a facility where wolves can live out their lives in as natural a setting as possible in the company of other wolves.
You mean like a zoo?
You mean like a zoo?
No. Sanctuaries are usually not open to the general public. And while educating visitors about wolves is certainly one of their goals, their primary concern is preserving the animals they take in. Unfortunately, the more humans encroach on wolves' natural habitat, the more crowded the sanctuaries become.
Well, I thought you would be really insulted by that question, because a sanctuary and a zoo are two totally different things. And animal lovers tend to be against zoos.
Aren't there any government agencies that can take care of the wolf?
For the most part, and especially up there, wolves are considered to be pests. If a government agency got involved, it would take care of the wolf all right. Permanently.
Yeah, I believe that. That's it.
That's it for now.
Thanks for calling. Oh, and from now on, call me Lupe. I think you've earned that right.
So we're friends now? I don't really care about that, to be honest. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.